The Kansas City Chiefs are your Super Bowl 57 champions. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce have won the Super Bowl in Arizona. It was a great game, a little bit of back and forth, especially in the second half. Great performances by Patrick Mahomes and by Jalen Hurts. But at the end of the day, the one thing that people are going to be talking about are the officials. And one specific call that was made with less than 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter on the Kansas City Chiefs' final drive that helped them seal the deal. It's been a topic of conversation the entire year in the NFL. It will remain a topic of conversation after this call, which we will get to. We will go through this call. We'll look at the penalty that ended up continuing this drive for the Chiefs. But for right now, to recap this game, the Chiefs did not get out to a great start. At the end of the first half, the Eagles are up 24-14. They kick a field goal right at the end of half. And honestly, the Chiefs are lucky that they got 14 points. 7 of those came on a scoop and score after a terrible Jalen Hurts fumble. It wasn't popped out of there. He was just trying to switch hands, and he dropped it. A massive mistake by Jalen Hurts, which would come back to haunt them in the end. But the time of possession was crazy in Philadelphia's favor, even by the end of the game. Even when you look at the end of the game here, time of possession, I believe, 35 minutes for the Eagles, 24 minutes for the Chiefs. But it didn't matter. The Chiefs scored efficiently when they had the ball. And when you look at Patrick Mahomes, 182 for 3 touchdowns. Again, they didn't have very many possessions. The one that they did, they took advantage of. They had a couple big plays on special teams that really set them up for a score, a big punt return, and then, of course, that defensive touchdown. Jalen Hurts, on the other hand, threw for 300. He had 3 rushing touchdowns as well. All of them were fairly short if my memory is serving me correct. But the play everyone's talking about, after the Kansas City Chiefs come back in the second half, just start scoring and scoring and scoring. 24 points scored in that second half compared to 11 for the Philadelphia Eagles. And you can see this play. Decisive holding penalty called on the Eagles. Here you go.
Cross and then peel back out. See James Bradbury. To me, it looks like he's in good position.
Now, this is going to be replayed over and over again. From this angle, you can see Juju Smith-Schuster comes in. It's a little out and then whirl around, and he's supposed to go to the end zone. And it ended up not even being really that close. It kind of a little throwaway, a safe play by Mahomes. They're about to kick the field goal. This is with, minute 30 left on the clock, something like that. But you can see, as he stops, there's some contact, and there is a slight jersey pull. There is a slight jersey pull. I know people aren't going to want to hear it. I don't think it really affected the play. I think this is a bad call. But there is a tug of the jersey. All right? So you do see that. And then we're going to see on the other side, there's a little bit of contact, I guess. But this is really the jersey pull, I think, that is at the end of the day what did it. You can't see it great from this angle.
Worst case scenario, you'll see James Bradbury.
And then you see his his hand on his hip right here. I don't think there's much here. I really don't think there's a ton right here. I don't know if this is the reason why it was called.
They're going to say he grabs him. He's got his left hand on his back.
There should not have been a penalty called. There's no reason to throw a flag there in this type of situation for something that close. However, when you go back to this one, I do think the reason it was called was because of this slight jersey tug where you can see it extend. You can see the jersey tug. I don't think it had a big effect on the play, but I do think that the official up here, which is where it came from, saw it and started to throw the flag. Either way, this continued the drive. This allowed them to get all the way down to the 1-yard line, and they inevitably ran the clock down, kicked a field goal. Jalen Hurts with a really short Hail Mary attempt, and that was all she wrote. The Kansas City Chiefs are your Super Bowl champions. People are going to be talking about legacies and all this stuff. For the Chiefs, for the 5 years since Patrick Mahomes has started, you're talking about 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 wins, 1 loss, and 5 AFC championships. So that's going to be what everyone's talking about. How long does Andy Reid stay around with the Chiefs? I think that's a reasonable question to ask too. Could he retire, after beating his former team in the Eagles? How much longer does he want to stay around? All those questions will be answered in the next coming days and weeks. But for right now, it's going to be a party in Kansas City, and it might be a riot in Philadelphia after the way this game ended. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.